back at all the Christmas movies I've done the last 7 years I've been doing all this stuff, I have no idea why I haven't done Elf yet. Like, hello? I did Home Alone 3 before Elf? So Elf came out in 2003, and it was like the biggest thing of all time that year. It was inescapable. A grown man dressed like an elf yelling Santa as loud as he possibly could. Come on now, peak comedy, am I right? But fun fact, I don't think I've actually ever seen this movie, at least not entirely. I mean, between everyone quoting every single joke from the movie for months and random trailers that played between episodes of like ER or whatever, I'm sure I could probably quote at least 2/3 of this movie. But since the year's finally winding down, I figured, why not give it a watch? So come along, kids, let's check out the classic Christmas movie, Elf. But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by Saily. Saily is a new eSIM service app that lets you seamlessly connect your phone in over 160 countries. Now, semi-recently, Kelsey and I went to Japan, and trying to set up a new SIM card, what services do we need? Can you do this? Can you do that? Like, it was kind of a nightmare, to be honest. If only we'd used Saily, things would have been so much easier. Literally, all you have to do is download the Saily app, you pick your plan, you follow the instructions to install the eSIM, so you have service right when you land in whatever country you're going to. It's literally that simple. No waiting in line at the airport, no getting scammed, you'll never run out of data because you can always just update your plan from the app. Incredible stuff. 24/7 support. It works on all iOS and Androids. Probably doesn't work on your Nokia N-Gage though, but whatever. Get an exclusive 15% discount on your next Saily data plan. Download the Saily app and use code Meyers at checkout, and you'll never have to worry about traveling with SIM cards ever again. Okay, back to the show. So Elf was directed by Jon Favreau, just like Zathura, the video I put out like a few days ago. And Elf really wants you to know this because they show it twice in the intro. But anyway.
Oh, hello. You're probably here about the story. Elves love to tell stories.
So our main character for the movie is Buddy. Now, Buddy was an orphan who somehow snuck into Santa's sack one night and was taken all the way to the North Pole.
After all that hard work, it's time to start preparations for next Christmas. What in the name of Sam Hill is that?
The heck kind of presents have I been giving people this whole time? It's Christmas morning, parents are just weeping uncontrollably. Where did we go wrong? Who's the father? Kids are just like shaking out their stockings like, how do I make it stop? And so Buddy was raised as an elf, although very quickly it becomes apparent that he might be a little different.
Let's recite the code of the elves, shall we? Number 1.
Treat every day like Christmas.
Number 2.
There's room for everyone on the nice list.
Number 3.
This is pretty much what like 4th and 5th grade was like for me, I hit my growth spurt way early, and I was the tallest kid in my class by a long shot. Now, normally, according to the sacred 5th grade rulebook, that should have made me the coolest kid in class, but no. Zach H was the fastest runner, so he got a date to the dare dance, and I didn't. And that was the day I swore to dedicate my life to dunking on kids' movies and romantic comedies. Anyway, so Buddy is a human, which means he can't really do the things that elves do quite as well, like make toys.
It's all right, buddy. Just how many Etch-a-Sketches did you get finished?
85?
Puts you 915 off the pace.
Why don't you just say it? I'm the worst toy maker in the world. I'm a cotton-headed ninny-muggins.
Hey, whoa, that's our word, okay? You can't just go around saying that, okay? Only we can use it. And so Buddy gets put on nightmare duty for a while. And it was that moment Buddy finally snapped and murdered everyone. Now, while he's busy traumatizing himself, Buddy overhears something that will change his life forever.
I hate to do this to you, but you think you can help me pick up the slack on those Etch-a-Sketches?
No problem.
I appreciate it. Buddy is killing me.
Quick thinking yesterday with that special talents thing.
I feel bad for the guy. Just hope he doesn't get wise.
Well, if he hasn't figured out he's a human by now, I don't think he ever will.
That's right, Buddy finally comes to learn that he might actually be different than the other elves, but not like in the usual way, where it's like, I want to be a dentist. And Santa Claus is like, I ain't raised no nerd, son. You better pick up that football, boy. I swear to Jeebus. No, but Buddy's like different, okay? And he takes this pretty hard.
Buddy, are you okay?
I'm sorry, Papa. Just need some alone time.
Oh, say no more, Buddy. Trust me, I understand. The awakening is a very special time in every boy's life. So Papa Elf over here finally tells Buddy the truth, that he's a human who was orphaned as a baby and raised as an elf. Now, Santa, being Santa, knows who his real parents are. And so Papa Elf tells Buddy that his mom has passed, but his dad currently works in a magical land called New York City.
I then proceeded to tell Buddy of how his father had fallen in love when he was very young with a beautiful girl named Susan Wells. And most importantly, I told him where his father was, in a magical land called New York City.
My dad works there?
Empire State Building.
Well, he did used to work in the World Trade Center, but my dude, trust me, you are not gonna believe what's going on over there right now. And so with all this knowledge, Buddy furiously flails his way out of the North Pole and starts making his way to New York City.
Hello, buddy.
Oh. Hi, Leon.
Why the long face, partner?
It seems I'm not an elf.
I love how there's this like literal pimp snowman. It's just like, the heck kind of racket is Santa Claus running over here? Like, you know there's gotta be at least one girl elf who saw Buddy and she was like, okay, so like, I gotta ask.
Bye, guys.
Bye, buddy.
Take care.
Why is this little guy the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life? Anyway, so after walking who knows how far for who knows how long, he finally gets to the big city. And then we get the first of about 400 montages about Buddy discovering the human world. Okay, all right, that's nope, okay, I'm done. All right, turn the movie off, guys, I'm out. But okay, so finally Buddy makes his way to the Empire State Building, and he goes up to see his dad, who thinks that he's one of those like Christmas singing telegram things, and either way, he is not amused.
I'm here with my dad, and we never met. I was adopted, but you didn't know I was born, so I'm here now.
Well.
Who sent this Christmas gram?
What's a Christmas gram? I want one.
I think we should call security.
Good idea. I like to whisper too.
But like, you know, okay, just quickly here. So the movie sets up the character of Buddy where like he's so happy and childish and giddy all the time or whatever, you know, because he was raised by magical elves, right? But like no other elf is like this. Like they're all just like super tired and jaded and sick of everything. It's kind of like how you think people who make cartoons and animation stuff, you think they must be so happy and whimsical, right? But then actually turns out we're all sitting at our computers like this for 12 hours a day. Like I think Buddy might just be a weird dude, you know what I mean? Anyway, so Buddy gets kicked out and has nowhere to go. So he wanders over to a nearby department store and somehow, for some mysterious reason, gets mistaken for an elf of all things?
What are you doing down here? You're not supposed to be down here. You shop on your break. You don't come get upstairs.
Hey, I didn't know.
Well, you should know.
Are you mad at me?
No.
I'm sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Just do your job.
Okay.
So he gets taken up to be one of the elves who works for Santa, and here he meets a certain special little someone.
Are you enjoying the view?
You are very good at decorating that tree.
Why are you messing with me? Did Crumpet put you up to this?
I'm not messing with you. It's just nice to meet another human who shares my affinity for elf culture.
Oh, you have no idea. Just wait till you read my long-running Wattpad series. Keyboard in the oven. I fight the urge for my eyes to dart upwards to his incredibly small figure encroaching onto mine. Why did Ernie the elf have such control over me? The tip of his little red hat quivers in the excitement I was afraid we didn't share. You can't hide your feelings forever. I know you need the buttery softness, he said menacingly. But it was never about the buttery softness, nor the double-packed fudge. I finally allow my eyes to slowly climb the 3 inches up from the floor to meet his. The rosy blush that coated his absurdly pronounced cheeks was intoxicating, telling me what he wanted also. And if he wanted my fudge stripes, he was gonna get it no matter what I told myself. Though I couldn't help but flinch and look away as he inched his incredibly small hand closer to mine, his bright green vest falling to the floor behind him. We can't, I say. But in that moment, all I could imagine was his Keebler creme, spelled that way to avoid lawsuits because it actually probably doesn't contain any dairy whatsoever. He places his hand on my big toe. You ready for some uncommonly good elfin magic? And so forth. Also, blonde Zoe Deschanel? That was a thing? Since when?
I'm just trying to get through the holidays.
Get through? Christmas is the greatest day in the whole wide world.
Please stop talking to me.
Uh-oh. Sounds like someone needs to sing a Christmas carol.
Oh no. Oh no. Every girl's worst nightmare here.
Best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
Thanks, but I don't sing.
Oh, it's easy. It's just like talking, except louder and longer, and you move your voice up and down.
I can sing, but I just choose not to sing.
Yeah, okay, I've seen every episode of New Girl. You and I both know what you just said ain't right. Anyway, so her name is Jovi because her parents did not like her, I assume. And she kind of comes around on Buddy a little bit because at first she thought he was just some kind of creepy dude, but then she realizes that he's just one of those weirdos who actually like feels happy sometimes. So after several more montages of Buddy sleeping in the department store and causing a scene where he just like beats the crap out of Mall Santa.
And what can I get you for Christmas?
Don't tell him what you want. He's a liar.
Let the kid talk.
You disgust me. How can you live with yourself?
Just cool it, Zippy.
You sit on a throne of lies.
He goes to jail and uses his one phone call to call his dad to come pick him up, who's obviously very thrilled about all of this.
Where'd you get this picture?
Papa Elf gave it to me.
This is some kind of game. What do you want, some money?
No, I just wanted to meet you, and I thought you might want to meet me.
And so with no other option left, the dad takes Buddy to a doctor to get a paternity test to find out, like, who this guy even is, what's going on, that kind of thing. Which, of course, it comes back positive, which means that, yes, indeed, this 30-year-old elf man is his son.
God, Walter, this is wonderful. You have another son.
Wonderful. Gosh, I guess I never really thought of it that way.
This is incredible.
Wait, hold on. What? Why is she like so happy about this? Like, obviously it happened way before they met, but like, I feel like most wives would be like, okay, any other secrets you'd like to divulge at this time, sir? And while we're at it, maybe you'd care to explain why you poop in the bathroom for like 45 minutes. But long story short, they invite Buddy over for dinner, and it goes about as well as you'd expect.
You like sugar, huh?
Is there sugar and syrup?
Yes.
Then yes. We elves try to stick to the 4 main food groups. Candy, candy canes, candy corns, and syrup.
Okay, so like, he's a human, right? So like, if this dude was raised on an elf diet, he would be the most horribly misshapen, malnourished monstrosity. Just, please, one single vegetable, I beg you, just anything. But okay, so here's the thing. Buddy's here to meet his dad, who had no idea Buddy even existed, right? Ah, crap, it was one of those girls in high school I told, let's find each other in the next life and maybe we can try again. Man, how am I gonna explain this to my wife when we die? So, when you said you'd choose me in this lifetime and every lifetime? Yeah, I was just kind of saying that so you don't let me smash. But also, B-plot, Buddy's dad is on the naughty list because he's a self-centered, evil, Machiavellian children's book publisher. You know, classic Christmas villain.
Have you seen the numbers for this quarter?
They'll be here today.
They're in. That friggin' puppy and pigeon are tanking hard Hobbs. My people estimate we're gonna post a -8 for this quarter.
-8! That does not happen!
And so his kid hates him, his wife is kind of like whatever about him, he's running his company into the ground, and then here comes along Will Ferrell, just being Will Ferrell.
Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa's coming to town.
Oh my God!
But as the movie goes on, we see Buddy kind of like bonding with his family when like he helps his little brother on his way home from school one day.
Ow!
Oh no, it's one of those roaming New York City snowball street gangs. I've seen the Warriors, okay? I know exactly what New York City's like. So Buddy uses his elf powers, which he does not actually have, but whatever. Anyway, to just absolutely demolish these kids. It's like when I play Mario Kart with my nieces and nephews, and of course I let them win, right? And so then they're like, why are you so bad at video games, Uncle Alex? Is it because you're like super old and stuff? I see it's time for a teachable moment. And then I just annihilate him. But anyway, so in return for saving his life, this little guy helps Buddy ask out Jovi on a date.
I really wanted to see you, and I feel really warm when I am around you, and my tongue swells up. Do you want to go eat food?
Do I want to eat food?
And so they go on a date, and Buddy shows her all the sights of New York City, like his favorite rotating door and his favorite 4 out of 10 cup of coffee.
I am packing my bags.
I have really bad social anxiety, and you're not really being sensitive to how I'm feeling right now. Now, this all comes to a head when Buddy's dad is trying to save his job by bringing on a super famous kids author to help out. Now, Buddy, being who he is, and this being a movie from 2003, you can probably guess where it's going.
Great. Could we hear it?
I'll start with the cover. Picture this. You got,
Dad! I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it!
Buddy, not now. Can you please go back to the pit? I'll come visit you in a little while, okay?
I didn't know you had elves working here.
Okay, oh boy. All right. We're doing this. And so, because Buddy says this, the author guy gets real mad, storms out, the deal is off, Buddy's dad yells at him that Buddy ends up running away forever.
I'm sorry I ruined your lives and crammed 11 cookies into the VCR. I don't belong here. I don't belong anywhere. I'll never forget you. Love, Buddy.
And so the end of the movie is Buddy running away, but right that moment, Santa Claus is riding in his sleigh because it's Christmas Eve night, I assume, otherwise this would be kind of weird. And now you see Santa's sleigh is powered by Christmas spirit, which the world is severely lacking in because everyone believes that parents put presents under the tree. I mean, yeah, okay, whatever you say.
Santa!
Back off, Slick. This guy the deer. Is that you?
Are you okay?
Boy, am I glad to see you. The clausometer suddenly just dropped down to 0. There's just no Christmas spirit anymore.
And so Buddy has to help Santa fix his sleigh, while all of the entirety of New York City watches their local news for some reason. Like, seriously, every kid is in their bed watching their local news. Like, this girl's like 7, and she's like, why, yes, I would like to know what kind of secret code my teenager is using to text their friends.
Buddy!
I need to tell you something.
Eddie, there's something I have to tell you right now. I didn't mean anything I said back there, not a word.
So in the end, Buddy's dad and brother find him in Central Park, and the dad's really sorry for what he said and realizes that family comes first, so on and so forth, and they team up with Santa to help fix his sleigh and bring back the Christmas spirit.
Christmas spirit is about believing, not seeing. The whole world saw me, all would be lost. The paparazzi have been trying to nail me for years.
I'd nail you, Santa.
What the heck is wrong with you? Buddy's little brother uses Santa's wish book to prove to people that Santa knows what they want for Christmas, ergo, he must be real.
Hessler wants a Powerpuff Girls playset. Mark Webber wants an electric guitar. Yes! Carolyn Reynolds wants a Susie Talks a Lot. What's your name?
I'm Charlotte Denon, New York 1.
Let's see, it says here, you want every member of BTS to fall in love with you at the same time and kidnap you from one of their concerts and force you to room with them at a boarding school in South Korea? And while this is happening, Jovi also goes to help because she was also watching the news, I assume, so she could see the weirdly passive-aggressive news anchors.
It was Santa's sleigh.
Santa's sleigh, well, there you have it.
Sorry to interrupt your first big news story, Charlotte, but New York 1 has just received some exclusive amateur news footage. I don't know if this is the kind of hard-hitting news you're used to covering in Buffalo, Charlotte.
I'm sorry, whatever this is, I'm here for all of it. Anyway, so then Jovi gets everyone to sing Christmas carols, even though she hates singing in front of people. Wow! Thusly, Santa's sleigh can fly again, and Christmas is saved and something or whatever. Buddy's dad ends up quitting his job at the evil children's book publishing house and starts his own not-evil children's book publishing house.
Walter started his own independent publishing company. His first book was written by a brand new, critically acclaimed children's author.
All right, kids, it's story time. Yeah! Everyone has a laser gun. An elephant has a big laser. A mouse has a tiny problem with his upstairs neighbor that sure could be solved with a laser gun. Do birds look down from the heavens and laugh at humanity? And bugs too? Fish. Grown-ups are dumb. Children should have race cars. While some children dream of world domination, others are dual-wielding laser guns while riding a skateboard. He down bad. The end. And then Jovi and Buddy get married and Santa gives them one of those Christmas babies, I assume, because I mean, I cannot imagine, her with this dude? And that's pretty much the end of the movie. I will say, the movie's actually still pretty funny. Like, for a 2003 Will Ferrell comedy, it holds up a lot better than you'd think it would. But for having put off seeing it for so many years, I think I can see why it's considered to be like a modern Christmas classic. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please watch another one, because that's how the algorithm works. So click on this one that's being recommended to you right now, right here on the screen. It actually helps a lot if you do that, because that's how YouTube knows that my videos are worth caring about. Also, if you have any movies or TV shows you'd like to recommend, send me an email at alexmeyerscontact@gmail.com, and I'll put them on my absurdly long list of movies that I need to get to at some point. Anyway, hope I made your day a little bit better, and I'll see you all next time.